Actually had a question that a founder wanted me to ask you, and that was on network effects. And of course, it wouldn't be a chat about marketplaces without mentioning that. But what were the kind of like first kind of signs for network effects that you started to see, and kind of what do those look like today for Bounce?
The first network effect, uh, I mentioned it at the beginning of the conversation, which was we started building bounces in the very early days, and people would say, "Hey, this was a great experience in New York, but why not kind of use this in the next city?" That right there is a global network effect, right? So it's like the more cities we're in, the more the higher our retention will be, because now we can serve that user who uses last time once again. And so that was really great to see that right from the start. Um, I would say that the bigger we grow either side, the demand or the supply side, the easier it makes the other side as well. So when we are just filling up a store with bags, they you can really see their engagement towards Bounce increase. They're just like, wow, like Bounce is really a key partner. It went from like Bounce is this thing that I do on the side to like Bounce is a really key partner in my business. And so as we started scaling, um, we have been able to raise the quality bar more and more for our customer experience. So we used to have stores that were a little bit sloppy with maintaining their opening hours, or maybe they were a little bit rude to customers. Now we tell stores like, hey, like maintain this rating, or you might not have a spot at Bounce anymore. Or we might say like, hey, if you get too sloppy with not keeping your hours up to date, um, like we're going to need to work with someone else. And so that's been really great to see. Like the more success we have, the easier it is to get more success because Bounce is more meaningful to them.
That's all really great to hear. And you mentioned a lot of points that are important for marketplaces this year, make them better businesses. So.
There's actually one more really interesting thing that has happened. Um, we have um, we have a couple of competitors that we are now much, much, much bigger than. And what we've seen is now that we're uh, just at a much different scale than them, we'll see our competitors pitch like a big partner they want to work with, maybe a corporate partner, and then we'll see that partner do their due diligence, discover Bounce, and then there'll be an inbound lead and they'll sign up with Bounce instead of the company that tried to sign them up. So that's really nice because it's like once you're number one, then the advantage of being number one really just compound to you, and the gap just gets bigger. And so that's been that's been really rewarding to see.